Good morning, everyone. UFL fans, it is game day. We're about 5.5 hours away from kickoff. Still in my hotel. Now, a lot of people have been goofing on the Dome of America Center for it not being an updated facility. Well, listen. In terms of maybe the NFL, that may be true. But we're not the NFL. I don't mean that the mean way. We're the XFL. People complain about not having enough concessions and all that stuff, amenities. Again, when you average 30,000 people in the 70,000 stadium, how much do you need? But here is a point I want to bring up also. Why I'm glad the game is here today. Right now, St. Louis, I arrived yesterday, it was a near record 93 degrees on a June 15th. Today is going to be a record high of 98 degrees on Father's Day. By the way, happy Father's Day to all the football fans out there. So the fact I am going to be indoors in an air-conditioned stadium today, I am very, very happy with that. Now my daughter is saying, it would be nice to work on my tan in that kind of heat. I'm like, yeah, to work on your tan for an hour by the lake of the beach is one thing. At a football game, you may not feel that way. So, same thing with last year's game. When it was held in the Alamo Dome, the Alamo Dome is no longer a so-called NFL updated stadium, but it was fine, absolutely fine for the XFL. Which brings me back to another point is, they really need to push that March 1st starting date next year. Because if that's the case, then the game should be held around the week after Mother's Day next year. Middle of May. And the middle of May makes a big deal and difference in weather in most parts of the country. Now we were saying how it was pretty brutal in Memphis, Birmingham, and Houston that time of year. Well, right now, if it wasn't for Dome Stadium, it'd be just as brutal here as in that part of the country. Anyway, as I was walking around the city yesterday, Reed of the X-Marcast made the point of this when he went to Arlington, that when you go to a game, you don't know that the Arlington Renegades exist at Choctaw Stadium. Now, so far I walked around the city, you would have no idea that the UFL Championship is today. As I'm looking at this side of the stadium, there are no signs saying UFL Championship happening this day. Now, if you want to sell tickets, you'd think you would put something on the marquee or something. And as I'm looking at the marquee right now, I don't see anything for the UFL Championship. Nothing in the stadium. Nothing along highways 55 or 70 saying that the UFL Championship is here today. That is something that the UFL is going to have to work on for 2025. Now, to my surprise, the Uber driver knew the UFL Championship was today, but he's also an Uber driver, so I would expect him, of all people, to know that game is today. It's going to be business for him, possibly. But there is nothing, and I'm walking into the stadium right now, and there is nothing around the city saying UFL Championship today. Now, I understand this is not the Super Bowl, and this is not the NFL. That's fine. But you should see something, a couple things along the stadium at least. In fact, maybe they took it down. I don't see any signs saying this is even the home of the Battlehawks. At bare minimum. I could be wrong. If someone can prove me wrong, please show me. But the UFL needs to work on their marketing next year. Now, we had a rough year with the merger and the government approval and everything. I understand that, but if people are going to take this league seriously and know it exists, marketing has to be trumped up next year. Anyway, I'll let you know about the game day experience in the video. I plan to go home and watch it also on TV. I'll give you my impressions from being at the game and watching it on TV as well. Until then, for the love of football, we'll talk to you later. Enjoy the game. It is at 5 p.m. today on the Fox Network. It'll also be on channel 83 on Sirius XM on the Fox simulcast. So we'll talk to you later.